Hello, welcome to Swiss Watchmaking. Welcome to another Watchmakers interview. Today I have very cool guys in my studio. Two young guys from Dresden, Josef and Lukas. How are you guys? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for this invitation here in your studio, and we are happy to be here.
It's my pleasure, guys. So you just recently, I think, launched your brand called Junge. So how was the road so far? How is the launch? How did it go?
I mean, it was a super interesting start for us. It's a big adventure for young watchmakers, always to present their own watch. And it's the first time that we realized that, wow, we are at the point to present our own watch with our movement. And this is something super special for us.
Nice, nice. So where does the name come from, Junge? How did you decide on that? Because you're young, or?
There are many different ways to see the name and the meaning, but Junge, for us it's something neutral, and like Rolex, it's a name which you can spell in maybe every language, and which looks cool, and it's Junge, it's everything for us in one name.
Okay, nice. So where did you guys start watchmaking? Because you didn't probably just finish school and launch your own brand. So where did you guys meet? What was the beginning, maybe?
The beginning for us was the point that we both worked for Lang Heyne in Dresden.
Nice.
And that was the beginning of our friendship also between the watchmaking process. And it was a super cool experience to get into watchmaking, like the real watchmaking, to produce everything by hand. And that was a great chance to learn a lot. And we are so happy to have that chance, because it's such a small company and it's so unique.
Yeah, for sure. And what did you guys do at Lang Heyne?
Mostly I did all the movements, all the stuff together, and
the assembly.
The assembling, yes,
yeah.
And all the finishing stuff.
I was working at first in the department for finishing parts, and that was a great start to understand also the high quality until the end. And then I was also into the assembling part. And this is super good. I need to say that in a company like Lang Heyne, you learn everything from zero to the end in watchmaking, and this is something super special.
Nice, yeah. No, it's definitely beneficial for making your own watch down the line, as you did now. So let's get into your watch. So please explain to me, what am I looking at, and why do we have two pieces here, let's say different ones?
Yeah, the idea behind the watch was to create something which is on the first view understated.
Yeah.
And on the second view, very beautiful crafted, and with all the skills we are possible to give, and to recover on the back something very like a piece of art. So nobody will know what you're wearing when you just see the front and our logo, but when you turn the watch, there will be a wow.
You have two different dials, or how did you launch the Prestige model with one dial, two dials?
We have two color variations. One is the night blue, and the second is the night gray.
Yeah.
And that was the first start, and we decide to create a dial that is matte finish, and that pushes out the index pieces and also our hand-finished hands. And if you see it in the lights, there's a wonderful play of the reflections. And also what is super special, that is hardly to see in photos, that the dial is really deep. And this is also the reason why we brought this piece of testing dial, that you can imagine it's really going deep into it. And this is something that we want to create also, not only in the front, also on the back, that you are able as a customer to look into really and dive deep into the watch.
Very nice. And you also brought some components with you, which is really cool. So these are the tools to finish the watches, correct? And the bridges. And these are some, like we would call it before-after components. So the raw components, how they are in the middle, and then also the fully finished ones. And you really see a lot of work going into this watch, which is incredible. from the gears to the cock here to the hands. What is this component here?
Yes, this is a second hacking lever or spring, or what do you want to call it. It's a bit special lever because it's working in more than one level, because it's it's curved at the end, and it's directly pushing through the balance wheel to stop it when you pull the crown.
Nice, huh? So it has hacking seconds, basically. Huh?
Yeah.
So the movement, did you start from scratch, or is this a existing movement which you reconstructed, or what's the story behind the movement?
Okay, yeah, the movement, we decided to use like a movement from the 60s. The idea behind that movement, it was created by Lib first, and then later on they produced it also, for example, in the Soviet Union. And we fall totally in love with the architecture of the wheels. In that case, it's super special, and it's something that you not see so often. We opened also the cocks so that you are able to look really into the movement, and you see how everything is moving. And with the central second, you see really how fast the wheels are running, and this is something super cool also for the customers in the end, that you not only see the balance, you see nearly everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. Huh? And all the screws are mirror polished as well. Huh? Frosting on the plates, really cool.
And we love the combination of the colors, that we decide, okay, we want to use less than too much, because we want that the wheels and the balance pop out in gold.
Yeah.
And also the rubies, the stones, they catch it really on top. And the rest is like silver color, and that is what we want to create, this balance between the colors and also the technical side.
Very nice. As I assume this is the first watches you launched, so what's the limitation, what's the pricing on these, how can people get them? If they can get them, so still, I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually we show watches which are not available. So
some watches are still left. Both color versions are limited to 24 pieces, and the price is 16,715 before tax. And still available, but you have to hurry.
To be quicker. So guys, if you want one, link in description, or just contact them somehow.
Yeah, and we decided to show you like two versions. This is always a process to create a watch, and this is something special what we did today, that we present you. If you have a look on the back side of the watch, then you will see, I mean, this one was the very first piece we worked on, and all our ideas and techniques that we also need to develop are into that first movement. It's like a sketch, and here you see now on the prototype, it's the version we want to create in the end. And this process was so interesting for us, because as a watchmaker, it's always a journey also in learning, and also what kind of new materials you want to use. And for us, that's why we sit here in front of also not only watches, also wood. And we use also super traditional techniques. Some of the watch guys, they know it already. Yes. Those are polishing woods, and this is a technique that is so old, like watchmaking. And but for us, it was so important that we create a combination of traditional watchmaking and also modern techniques. So as you can imagine, also those parts, some of them, they are produced on modern machines and CNC machines.
And then finished by hand, etc. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Then if there wouldn't be, the price also wouldn't be 16,000, right?
Right.
So each wheel that you create takes I don't know how many hours more.
Each surface
days.
is
Yeah.
each surface is hand crafted or hand finished. So
Yeah, makes sense. So what can we expect from you in the future? Where do you want to go, into complications or keep it simple, or what's the goal?
we have a lot of ideas for the future. I think the first next steps will be to offer more dial versions, hand versions like this. Also maybe customizations. We're thinking a lot about this, but we have also plans to build more and more watch completely manufactured by ourselves, so more parts done by our in-house, made in-house, right? And also some complications, but the future will show.
We'll have to wait and see.
We are just two guys, and we have to do all the stuff by ourselves, so it will take a bit of time.
For sure, yeah. No, but congrats again on the launch, on the journey. Yeah?
Thank you.
Guys, show them some love, support them as much as you can. If you like the watches, obviously you can purchase them still. But again, you know, with my channel, things often get sold out, so be quick. Sorry. For those of you who are wanting to buy one and now it's on the channel, you know, don't miss out. Thank you for watching. Again, show them some love. And as always, guys, I'll see you next week.